Hello and welcome back to Tyrock 1999, the master of retro and modern day Let's Plays. Today we're going to be tackling part 2 of my Resident Evil 2 B scenario Claire Let's Play. We're going to find out what monsters lurk in the sewers below, and we're going to figure out who that mysterious little blonde girl is. Before we get started, I want to remind you that I'm on BitChute and Odyssey in case you prefer alternate media. And if you like me like Claire likes lancing zombies with a crossbow, give me a like and a subscribe. If you don't like what I'm doing and you'd rather bite my ankles like a zombie laying in wait, let me know in the comments. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Hey, it's a little girl.
Sherry, I've been looking everywhere for you. I was so worried. We've got to go now, honey, okay? If we stay here, that monster will find us. Let's go.
True.
No, I won't.
What's the matter? Don't you trust me?
It's not that, Claire. It's because of my daddy. He's over there. I heard him call my name. Daddy must have been attacked by the monsters. I have to help him.
Wait, Sherry, don't go alone! Sherry! Sherry!
Who is Sherry's dad? In her inventory, she has a picture. If you check it, a picture taken fairly recently. It's not completely clear, but the mom looks blonde. She works at Umbrella, as does the dad. Wonder who it could be. If you notice, when you look left and right with Sherry, her pendant actually swings. Pretty cool attention to detail that they simulated that physically. Yeah, and if you look quickly, it'll swing more. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that now. I'm gonna make Sherry puke. But yeah, that's cool that the pendant actually moves with her movements. This look familiar? It's the area that you had to traverse with Ada on Leon's mode. Now these zombies, you'd think they'd be real scary for a little girl, but thankfully they actually can't grab her. All they can do is use their throw-up attack to damage her, but they absolutely cannot grab Sherry, so as long as you keep moving, as you can see, they're really not a threat. That's the ventilation shaft that Leon helped Ada through, if you remember, and then she throws the items back through the shaft to Leon. Sherry finds grenade launcher cartridges instead for Claire. I haven't talked about the grenade launcher much because I haven't even fired a single grenade out of it this run, but it takes 3 types of ammo. It has the regular quote-unquote normal rounds. They have a gray box, and it works like a very close-range explosive shotgun. It shoots a spread of little grenades. And then there's the flame rounds that travel across the whole screen, and they deal pretty good fire damage. They are very, very deadly against the plant monsters late in the game, and they're pretty darn good in general. And then there's the acid grenades, which function just like the flame grenades. They'll fly across the entire screen, but they are extremely powerful. They're one of the most powerful weapons in the entire game. Save those suckers for bosses. They make short work. And Claire's grenade launcher shoots pretty fast. She loads it quickly, so it's probably the best weapon in the game. Not my favorite weapon, but it's probably the best weapon. Sherry's animation for crawling up is unique since she is so short. Easy puzzle down. Basically just a speed bump. There's very little thought that goes into that puzzle. Here we have the next key. I think that's a club, that key. I don't play cards, I'm sure you can tell.
Claire, are you there?
Sherry, are you okay? Did you find your dad?
Yes, I'm okay. But I couldn't find him. But I did find something else for you. Here. Here's another.
Thanks, sweetie. Now, why don't you come over here? I want you to stay with me.
Claire, I can't reach the ventilation hole anymore. But don't worry, I'll find another way. I can take care of myself.
Wait,
She's been doing
Sherry,
pretty
come
good
back.
so far.
Sherry! Sherry!
Just saying.
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
Nice work, Leon. So Leon has met Ada at this point and pushed the van out of the way. Get rid of these grenade rounds. I'm going to keep the bow gun because we are going to get some more bolts shortly. Claire, Sherry has some decent arm strength to toss that grenade box through the hole, just saying. If you're wondering what I was doing there, I was contemplating just running in front of him. I need to unlock the door first. He might have grabbed me. So, instead of chancing it, thought it better to just shoot him. So in B scenario, we don't have zombies in the autopsy room. Instead, we have lickers. Okay. Alright, I'm in caution, so a jumping attack is now officially scary from the lickers, but I think I'm gonna be fine. And that wasn't supposed to be a pun, I apologize. I was checking my inventory there to see if they discarded the key, because, you know, usually the game pops that up, ask you if you want to discard it, they just do it automatically for that specific instance. I like how the different bays are labeled here, the Shield Bay magazine. Some attention to detail. Here it is, the moment that I have been waiting for since we started Leon A. Give me that Mac 11. Or as this game calls it, the S machine gun. And the side pack. We don't have to worry about being courteous to Leon because he already left it for us. Or I left it for us. Let's go ahead and check the machine gun, submachine gun. Mac 11, manufactured by Military Armament Corp. That's what MAC in Mac 11 stands for, in case you didn't know. It uses .380 rounds, aka 380 ACP. Now, if you notice, under the Mac, it says 100% instead of just saying 100 for the ammunition. And what that means is, so it actually has 300 shots. Every 3 shots, the gun will tick down 1%. Let me demonstrate. Okay, I thought it was 3 shots. Oh, they're keeping me honest here. How about 5? Wow. Okay, so that was 8 shots, and it ticked down 2%. So I wasn't too far off. So technically, every 4 shots is a percent. That was some unnecessary knowledge, and I apologize for wasting your time. Let's continue. You might be wondering, why am I going back here? Because this is Leon's escape route using the plugs. Well, the reason is there is a key item back here for Claire that we absolutely must get. Dodge a dog. That's a great scene, that headless zombie with the Cerberus standing over him. Trying to be cool and aggressive there, run up on him and shoot him on the ground, and I paid with a bite. There's our buddy Ben. Body's been torn apart. Something appears to have burst out from inside. Let's take this. This doesn't hurt to take if I need an inventory slot on my way forward. I will just use that herb. Here's our key item. Oh. Come on, Claire, I believe in you. Oh, I'm gonna get comboed? Alright. Oof. Wow. That didn't go smooth at all. Pro tip, kill the dang dogs before we try to pick up the crank. Jeez, oh man. We are officially done with the police station basement. Always sad to leave there. I love the really dread-inducing music. I believe there's acid rounds in here. If that's the case, we're going to be fine as far as inventory goes. Yes, good. Watchman's Diary. August 11th, I finally had the chance to see blue skies for the first time in ages, but it did little to lift my spirits. I was reprimanded by the chief for neglecting my duties while I was up on the clock tower. There's only one thing I still don't understand. The chief seemed to be more concerned about the fact that I was up on the tower rather than that I was neglecting my duties. Why was access to the tower prohibited in the first place anyway? September 5th. I recently talked to the old man who works in the scrapyard out back. His name is Thomas. He's a quiet man and really seems to enjoy chess. He even went so far as to design a special key and lock engraved with chess pieces on them for one of the doors in the disposal yard. We made plans to play chess tomorrow night. I can't help but wonder how good he is. One thing that's been bothering me about him is the way that he's always scratching himself. Does he have some sort of skin disease, or is he just rude? September 9th. Thomas was a much better player than I had imagined. I used to think of myself as a fairly decent player, but he did a pretty good job of humbling me. About the only thing I imagine that could match his skills in chess is his appetite. All the guy did was talk about food throughout the entire game. He sounded fairly healthy, but he didn't look quite right. I wonder if he's okay. September 12th. I was supposed to play another game of chess with Thomas, but we had to cancel it because he hasn't been feeling too well. He stopped by to see me, but I told him to go back and rest since he literally looked like The Walking Dead. He insisted that he was just fine, but I could tell he was really having problems. Come to think of it, I haven't been feeling too good myself lately. Here's our watchman right here. Did not end up good for him. The wallpaper in this room is cool. You see the TV, the old tube TV mounted to the wall. If you grew up in the 90s, you are certainly familiar with those. They were mounted in just about any public place with a waiting room. Thinking to myself how I want to route this. If I go through the main hall, I'll be able to drop by the item box real quick and clear up some space. And also to grab the lighter. 30 acid grenade rounds. That is looking real good. Drop the Mac. That took up lots of space. Our health items. Good. Health items are looking pretty good right now. I feel confident in that. Yeah, I'm not gonna need the bow gun. Good. We're gonna pass one more item box on our way to our ultimate destination, so I can grab the gemstones and deposit them in the statue near Irons' office, the crashed helicopter specifically. Basketball poster on the wall. Guy on the left, purple and yellow, is that the Lakers? I think? Basketball guys, let me know in the comments. I mean, there's probably more than one basketball team that has purple. Are the Raptors purple and orange? I don't follow basketball, but they have a cool mascot, so I was always aware of that. I think it was a raptor in a jersey dribbling a ball. Press room. For some reason, I was expecting there to be a liquor in this room. Maybe it's Leon B. I don't know. If you remember, we have to light the middle, the right, and then the left. I messed this up on my Leon A run. It's awfully quiet. Yeah, thankfully we get a breather right now, right? Just with the crackling flames. Or not. X is back. So X is a tyrant similar to the famous Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. He is programmed to stalk people in the city. He's not as advanced as Nemesis. But he's still a force to be reckoned with. And like I said earlier, you know, I was gushing about his design. I just love it. Yes, he is relentless. Right. That's a good one. I don't think that's a cheap jump scare, you know, because it just happened in the room, and then you exit, and it's like, oh wow, that's kind of cheesy that he just, you know, broke into the room, and then you leave, and then I guess he's just taking a nap in the press room, and then he busts through the wall again. You know, a lot of people don't anticipate to happen. That's a great B scenario moment. Big fan of that. Some liquor friends. In caution, be very careful. You know, just in case... Yeah, this doesn't hurt. I have plenty of grenades. And you can see I'm in orange caution. That's very, very, very close to danger. I am almost in danger. Thankfully, we have our full heal. Looking good. So if you remember, in Chief Irons' office, there are 3 square holes to put those Aztec plates in there, and we put 2. We put the snake and the... I don't remember. We put the yellow one and the brownish orange one. And now we're trying to get the final plate, which is blue. Let's kill this liquor. I'll get to show you guys the grenade rounds. See how it spreads explosions? I like it. Notice how you can hear the rustling wind since the liquor destroyed the skylight. I'll stop talking and let you hear it. Very nice attention to detail. Half of a stone. They're not going to give it to us that easy. We still need to use the cog and the crank. I think that last stone's the jaguar, so we put the serpent and the eagle already behind the painting in Irons' office. Everything else looks good. So we have the grenade launcher just in case we meet any strong opposition on the way to the clock tower. I'm in great health, so walking around this corner, I'm going to get as close as I can to the liquor, and then I'm just going to run around him. Alright. Get dunked on. Alright. The old tools on the wall. Old clockworking tools. That is great. Seems to be broken, it won't work. I can at least fix it up here. It looks like a switch. Will you push it? And keep your fingers away from all of those gears. You can tell this is an old building. I mean, talk about a workplace hazard. Jeez, oh man, I don't even want to walk near that. And here we get the rest of the blue stone. A 6-inch stone with a jaguar etched. That would be a cool collectible. I wonder if anybody makes those on Etsy. The stones that go into Irons' painting. I've seen lots of reproductions of the different keys from this game. You know, the spade and the diamond and the club and the heart. I think the special edition of the remake, you got those also with it, which is cool. Here comes Relentless X. He's got some serious ups to make it all the way to this top floor. Let's get around. Absorb a punch, no big deal. Absorb 2 punches, also not a big deal. Maybe 3. Oh my gosh, 4. Would it have been a better idea just to shoot him? At this point, I'm thinking yes. I lean... I'm sure it's fairly obvious that I lean towards saving ammo versus saving health in these games. And it's really not always the best course of action. If I just would have backed up and pumped some pistol rounds, some grenade rounds into him, he would have went down and I just would have walked by and I wouldn't be in caution right now, sweating bullets next to this liquor. Run, Claire, run! I'm going to have to be more careful of that going forward. We're still doing okay on health items, though. Okay. Let's pull out the Mac. And it's time to do a safety save. I don't think I even need the pistol right now, honestly. Yeah. Alrighty, let's unlock this puzzle.
Claire!
Sherry, you're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
Ditto. Little girl who shows up at the right time at the right place. So we have a secret passageway. Mail to the Chief. To Mr. Brian Irons, Chief of the Raccoon City Police Department. We have lost the Mansion Lab facility due to the actions of the renegade operative, Albert Wesker. Fortunately, his interference will have no lasting effects upon our continued virus research. Our only present concern is the presence of the remaining STARS members, Redfield, Valentine, Burton, Chambers, and Vickers. If it comes to light that the STARS have any evidence as to the activities of our research, dispose of them in such a manner that would appear to be purely accidental. Continue to monitor their progress and make certain their knowledge does not go public. Annette will continue to be our contact throughout this affair. William Birkin. I have deposited the amount of US $10,000 to the account for your services this term, as per our agreement. The development of the G-Virus scheduled to replace the T-Virus is near completion. Once completed, I am certain that I will be appointed to be a member of the Executive Board for Umbrella Incorporated. It is imperative that we proceed with extreme caution. Redfield and the remaining STARS members are still attempting to uncover information on the project. Continue to monitor their activities and block all attempts to investigate the underground research facilities. William Birkin. We have a problem. I have received information informing me that Umbrella Headquarters has sent spies to recover my research on the G-Virus. There are an unknown number of agents involved. They must not be allowed to take this project away from me, as it represents my entire life's work. Search the city thoroughly for any suspicious persons. Detain any such individuals by whatever means deemed necessary, and contact me immediately through Annette. With these precautions, any possible threat should be eliminated. I will not allow anyone to steal my work on the G-Virus, not even Umbrella. William Birkin. An elevator appears. It appears to go down.
Claire!
I'm going down there. Stay here and wait for me, okay?
What awaits us? This area is very reminiscent of Resident Evil 1, this dungeon-like hallway, flaming torches. I couldn't even imagine being drugged through this hallway by irons.
So you've made it this far.
A maniacal laugh.
Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Everyone's gonna die. Love it.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
Shut up! You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way.
T-Virus is what makes the zombies.
Is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin.
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already.
The truth is revealed.
Out. The monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G-Virus. An ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me. What the?
Whoa. Best death in the series. In a series with almost uncountable great deaths, that is my favorite. Birkin tossing Irons' torso up through that dungeon hatch. Superb. Irons certainly deserved a painful, gruesome death. He really was a terrible person. And now we have to confront what did this to him. Birkin stage 1. Alright, so I'm going to be able to blast him with enough 380 rounds to make him flinch twice, and then I'm going to get around him to avoid a hit. And we're all good. As soon as the music stops, you know you've won. Let me get him back on camera so you can see what happens. So dazed from the wounds that I inflicted upon him, he falls from the catwalk down to the caves below. It's great seeing Birkin's first form because with Leon, you don't meet him until Form 2, where his claws are extended, you know, where he sticks him down through the train car. So fighting him in his first form, where he's swinging that giant lead, well, maybe not lead, that giant piece of, jeez, oh man. I'm having a senior moment. Giant piece of railing that he tears off the railing and swings at you. That's really, really cool. So, you notice I dropped that ladder and then I came back up. It's because I don't want to forget Sherry. I need to go rescue her. And now it is official. We know that she is Birkin's daughter, Annette and William, the Birkins. That's who we're in that picture that's in her inventory.
Claire, you came back.
I can't believe the man who developed the G-Virus is actually her father.
That's inside Claire's head right there. She's not
What's
saying that out
wrong,
loud.
Claire?
It's nothing. But I think I found a way out of here. We should be able to find someplace safe if we can just make it out of town.
But
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I promise. But you have to make sure you don't leave my side.
Alright. Important to note, don't run in front of Sherry too fast, or run away from her too fast, because she'll get scared and, like, crouch down in, like, a fetal position. And you'll have to turn around and come back to her. I'll go ahead and do it so you can see what the animation looks like. Notice she's not coming anymore. There she is, she's scared. Come on, Sherry, let's go. Yeah, so just don't run too much. It's only a couple screens where you have to do this, so it's not a big deal. Don't look, Sherry. Your dad rescued me and did some gruesome work. That was a tremendous letdown in the remake. I won't go into full detail in case you haven't played the remake, but Irons' death is not even half as good as it is in the original. Not even close.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Claire?
Mr. X.
Run!
That cutscene got me so anxious as a kid. You know, you've been stalked by him for a large portion of the game, and I was afraid that he was going to be coming through those doors.
Sherry? Where are you? Sherry!
The damage I inflicted on Birkin did not take him out of commission for long. He's recovered enough to grab Sherry. The clock is ticking. We're going to have to get her. It's not literally ticking in the game, but it's ticking in my head. I need a first aid spray. It's alright. I'm going to keep using the Mag 11. We have plenty of ammunition. Sewer management facts. User list of the connecting facility. On the first and third Wednesdays of the month, Angelica Margaret, Chief of Maintenance, will make use of the facilities. Be sure to reduce the moisture levels in the facility by activating the fan, as the equipment she will be using is susceptible to the effects of water vapors. On the 28th of every month, the chemical transporter Don Weller will use the facility. The chemicals he will be transporting are extremely volatile. Extreme caution should be observed throughout their transport. On the 6th and 16th of every month, Police Chief Brian Irons will visit the facility to attend the regular meetings that take place in the lab. On the 4th Friday of every other month, William Birkin will use the facility to conduct a training seminar for the Chicago branch of Umbrella Incorporated. As the probability of an attack upon Dr. Birkin will be high, take every measure conceivable to guard his life. You will be informed of all other potential visitors and the times they will arrive as needed. Guide these individuals to their destination safely. We expect nothing but the best from you. Charles Coleman, Security Chief, Umbrella Headquarters. That reminds me, I'm going to get the valve handle. Should be handgun cartridges in this duffel bag. I'm not going to take them, I have more than enough ammo at this point. And I'll only be getting more. Down here should be some grenade rounds. And a very quiet zombie. You can see Claire's turning her head. She sees a zombie. Now you can hear him shuffling. Oh! More soccer ball kicks. Watch that head go. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, it's a record for me. I have never had that many zombie lunges in a run in this game. It's ridiculous. That dripping water is nice atmospheric touch. There's bowgun bolts. So I just wanted to show that you can come back through here where Leon put the all the chest piece plugs in the door to open it. I'm not going to waste time going back there, but you can go all the way back to the police station if you wanted to. Drop out the bolts while we're here. Might as well be inventory management conscious.
What happened? You're bleeding.
I ran into this woman who is in trouble. Her name's Ada. Right after that, someone tried to kill me. Nearly succeeded, too. Ada went after the sniper, but I'm worried about her. You gotta find her before something happens.
But you've been shot.
I'll be okay. It's Ada I'm worried about.
Don't be jealous, Claire.
I'll be okay. It's Ada I'm worried about.
It's kind of cool seeing Leon as Claire when in his wounded state. You know, you don't get to see that in the A scenario as Leon. I'm gonna get the lighter out of the item box. I don't remember if these are still... if the lamps down there are still on from you doing it as Leon or not, but I might as well do it while I'm here. I'm gonna combine these also just for management purposes. Who's your favorite voice actor in this game? Tell me in the comments. Oops. For me, it's hard, you know, not to pick irons. His voice actor did such a good job, you know, playing somebody who's so unhinged. You know, the everyone's gonna die. Love it. I heard in an interview that Leon's voice actor, he was actually inspired by Michael J. Fox, of all people, so he was kind of trying to do sort of a voice impression of him, the way he was delivering his lines. Kind of odd inspiration for a zombie game, but he did a really good job. Paul Haddad is the name of Leon's voice actor, who sadly he passed away last year. I think it was throat cancer. But his legacy lives on in this timeless game. Yeah, everybody that plays this game is going to get to hear his work, and that's really special. Let's get some medallions. Again, this is where the Umbrella Special Forces messed up shooting Birkin, and then Birkin went crazy on them and butchered them. Only surviving member is the famous Hunk, who gets his very own minigame in this game. The fourth survivor. And that's what happened to Annette after Ada gave her the slap off the railing.
Are you all right? What happened?
Get away from me. You just want my husband's key sample, don't you? But no one will take that away from me. No one.
Husband? Then you must be Annette.
How did you?
We don't have time for that. Sherry is lost somewhere in the sewer system. I have to find her.
What? I told her to go to the police building. Why is she here? Now Sherry and the key sample are both in danger.
What did she mean by that? Does Sherry have the G sample?
Sherry has the G sample. Where could it be? You'd want it to be in a place where Sherry probably wouldn't realize. And you'd want it to be something that Sherry would consider precious, so she doesn't just get rid of it willy-nilly. We'll find out. Can't stress this enough. Remember to use the valve handle a second time to raise the bridge, or you're going to be annoyed because you're going to have to come back here and do it. There really aren't any shortcuts in the sewers. You just have to remember what to bring and the order to do everything. This little desk area over here is a cool-looking scene. You can see the like an old-school computer and some filing cabinets. There's really uncomfortable-looking stools that would not be good for the legs and the lower back. That green water doesn't look like it'd be good for anything either that Annette fell into. Looks like it's kind of glowing. That can't be healthy. Where we fought the crocodile. That's Leon. Oh, there's a hidden ink ribbon there. That's funny. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Here is the sewer manager. If you look at this scene here, it looks like there's bullet holes on the wall behind him, and blood, of course. You know, so he didn't get bitten by a zombie, and he definitely didn't commit suicide. Somebody assassinated him. Most likely Umbrella. Sewer manager diary. June 28th. It's been a while, but I saw Dawn today and we talked after completing our work. He told me he had been sick in bed until yesterday. It really doesn't come as much of a surprise given how long he's been working here. He was sweating like a horse and kept scratching his body. While we were talking, I asked if he was hot, but he just looked at me funny. What's wrong with him anyway? July 7th. Chief Irons has been visiting the lab quite often lately. I don't know what he's doing over there, but he always looks grim. The expression on his face has been even more unsettling than usual. My guess is that it's because of Dr. Birkin's impossible requests. The chief has my sympathies, though. After all he's done for the town, he doesn't deserve this. Little does this guy know Irons is real character, right? July 21st. I rarely drink because I'm on the graveyard shift. But I don't suppose I have much to complain about since this is how I earn my living. August 16th. Chief Irons came in late today, looking grimmer than his usual self. I tried to joke with him to cheer him up, but he wasn't amused. He pulled his gun and threatened to shoot me. I was able to calm him down, but that guy must have some serious problems. He knows he can't enter the lab without my help and my medal. This is what it means for the chief to serve and protect. August 21st, William informed me that the police and media have begun their investigation on Umbrella's affairs. He said that the investigation will be citywide, and that there is a possibility they'll even search through the sewers. He asked me to suspend all Umbrella sewer facility operations until the investigation has concluded. The sewer will still be used for passage, but he stressed that I have to be extremely cautious, and that I'd lose my job if anyone finds out about this operation. I wonder what he was drinking in that diary entry where he mentioned that he usually doesn't drink. We're looking great as far as our inventory goes. We're about to free up 2 slots with the medals. I have the lighter on me so I won't miss the the weapon box key, which isn't nearly as valuable as Claire because she doesn't get any weapon upgrades. You know, Leon gets the upgraded VP70 with the burst function. He turns his 870 shotgun into an 1100 shotgun. He gets a long barrel for his Desert Eagle. Claire doesn't get any of that. So instead, in her box key, I believe it's just more acid rounds. Don't get me wrong, I can't really complain about that. They're very, very powerful, but ammunition isn't nearly as exciting as an actual upgrade for firearms. We are about to get a very unique weapon for Claire. I'm not going to give away what it is. So that'll be cool. And just like I did in A scenario, I'm going to be quiet here so you can enjoy the music and the atmosphere. This is one of the best areas in the whole game.
Sherry, you're okay. Sherry, did your mom give you something called G-Virus? Either a vial or a test tube?
G-Virus? I've never heard of anything like that before.
Are you absolutely sure? If you give it to me, I'll hold on to it for safekeeping.
But I really don't have anything. It's the truth.
Why would her mom say something like that?
That area is great. This music here is superb also. Oh, did you notice that? Sherry will actually reach her hand out and hold Claire's hand. Sound like a broken record, but this game really has some spectacular attention to detail. Really, really cool things that you could play the game multiple times and never find them out. Yeah, it's awesome. It makes me want to go back to before you, or right after you defeat Birkin, where you get Sherry for the first time, and see if she'll reach her hand out and hold Claire is there too. Get down, Sherry! I love how she'll put her hand on Claire's back too as she's shooting. Should have some more zombies around the corner. Lighting those zombies up with the MAC-11 is so fun. Just the blood splatter and how they jiggle from being hit. Okay, so just like with Leon, he got the custom shotgun parts here. It's really hidden. You can't even see it on the ground. Claire gets an item. She gets the spark shot. This is the cool weapon that I was alluding to. Check this out. High voltage gun used to repel experimental animals. It uses spark shot rounds and has a range of 10 feet. So this is for experimental animals. So this is a umbrella gadget that they cooked up for dangerous animals that they were testing and creating. And well, you'll see how this thing works. Whoop! Ran too far from Sherry. I'm cold. Sorry, Sherry. Come on. Alright, get ready for a show. Oh. How cool is that? The black smoke that rises from their body when you zap them with this. 2 hits and he's done. So the spark shot, it's basically a taser on crack. It shoots a bolt of electricity through the air and zaps whatever enemy's in front of it. We can see here where a wounded Birkin blasted through the wall. He's left splatters of his blood there. And the rubble at Claire's feet, see that? There's blood on that too.
Sherry, wait here. I'm going to check it out by myself.
Okay, I'll wait here, but hurry back.
With the amount of grenade launcher rounds I now have, I could probably use the grenade launcher exclusively for the rest of the game. Yeah, look at all those. I haven't expended a single acid round. I have 42, 24 flames, and then 21 normals. Feeling good about that. Feeling real good. And so that brings us to the end of part 2 of my Resident Evil 2 Claire B scenario Let's Play. We braved the sewers, witnessed the gruesome end of Chief Irons, and found out the mystery of Sherry's parents. If my gameplay and commentary is like a spark shot bolt to your heart, give me a like and a subscribe. If you prefer alternate platforms, you can check me out on BitChute and Odyssey. Up next, we're going to be braving the laboratory and coming to the exciting conclusion of Claire's B scenario. What's Mr. X have in store for us? How about William Birkin? Well, we're going to find out. I cannot wait for you to join me, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye!